Here we are racing towards downtown Cato, Paphos, the harbour area. Absolute paradise, that's for sure. Well, hello and welcome back, and thanks for coming back to now. We're in downtown Cato, Paphos. Here we go. Let's go have a little wiggle and a waggle and show you what's going on this beautiful, beautiful 1st of January. Absolute paradise it is, that's for sure. Sure, if you're wondering what kind of temperature it is, 22 degrees today, midday, and 22 degrees. Some of the bits and bobs around us, Victoria, it's not Victoria, she's stealing my English even when she's not with me. It's the Veronica Hotel. And again, another hotel coming up here, that's the Avanti Hotel. And then right in front of us, that is the Olympic Lagoon Luxury 5-star hotel. That's where Oh So Sweet and the gang, the man with the big bucks, Mr. Nigel Big Guns, and of course Miss Ellie are going to be staying very, very shortly. This is the triangle to our right hand side, various bars, restaurants and gift shops. Over there you've got Michael's redundant coffee shop, by the way. It used to be a coffee shop, I remember that. Miss Maggie told us that, and when she told me I remembered it. You've got the Shamrock Bar on the left hand side here, and you've got the Ampura Resort. All these now are beachfront resorts, by the way. These are the main entrances, and of course if you go out the back door you're straight onto the blue Mediterranean Sea. Now the Anesthesia Beach Bar is coming up on our left. That's where we go and climb what we call the Snake, which means that next door to that is the Amavi 5-star luxury hotel. We've got a few superstars staying in there, that's for sure. Mr. Joe Cox, to name but one, and of course he's brought his beautiful wife Miss Julie with him. They're having a great holiday, and they're here for that very, very special occasion because Miss Julie's sister Kath, oh yeah, she has just celebrated her 50th birthday, so we're very, very happy birthday to you, Miss Kath. And of course her wonderful partner in crime, Mr. Colin. Happy birthday, Mr. Colin, 53 years young today. A big hello to you all. Anyone who knows that hotel we just passed now, they understand that's the great hotel. Alexander the Great itself. Dame Anne, it's waiting for you. Miss Maggie, it's waiting for you. Oh Caroline, oh, so sweet. You've forsaken that hotel this time and you're going to check into the Olympic Lagoon. Will the Great ever forgive you? I'm not so sure. The Amara Hotel on the left hand side, and now of course we are starting our descent towards the Cato Paphos Promenade. You've got plenty of bars and restaurants waiting to she's doing my English again, waiting to water you and feed you. And that's the last hotel on the seafront, that is the Annabelle, again 5-star luxury hotel. You've got a rather nice Imperial Chinese restaurant upstairs here on the left hand side. Mario's Diamonds, that one's over there, it's open. Let's keep going. Luckily for me, LaBouffe is not with us. Coffee Island, Starbucks, and of course on the left here, my favourite, you've got the Costa, and over there, Miss Andrea, you've got the Dionysus Hotel to the rear of the Royal Restaurant, and it's under refurbishment at the moment, but don't worry, next month we're going to have a wiggle and a waggle round there and have a bit of a shufty and see what's going on down. Donna Express, which means across the road is T for 2, which means we've just entered the promenade area. Look at the blueness of that blue Mediterranean Sea. Now, the promenade is having a bit of a lick, if you understand me, a bit of refurbishments going on, and they've decided in their great wisdom, and it's about time too, we were mentioning it all last year, they're actually going to make it pedestrian only, except for deliveries first thing in the morning and late at night. So they tell us, they don't understand that bit, late at night. I presume they mean early hours of the morning, you know, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, that kind of thing. Anyway, we are now wiggling and waggling to the rear of the Cato Paphos Promenade. They're building some new apartment blocks around here. You've got various restaurants and bars, and again a little escape route to the blue Mediterranean Sea right in front of us there. And to give you a bearing now, this building coming up on the left hand side is the Papa Antonio supermarket. So if you need to get some food or a gift or whatever it might be, that could be the perfect supermarket for you. In fact, it's the only big supermarket in the downtown Cato Paphos area. Got another little escape route down here to the left, takes you to the blue Mediterranean Sea, and you go past CY Dive on your way, and then you come past the Moorings restaurant, and then you'll be back on the very front of the promenade. this little roundabout here, this road is the road that joins the harbour area to the Paphos Mall. So if you stick with us, we'll be coming back up that road very, very shortly. Here we go. Let's get down this way now. There's Maria, we'll give her away. She's got her scooters, and as you may have noticed, there was a Gumbaru in blue just over there. So we booted a little bit to get away from him, and hopefully he hasn't spotted this thing that's in my hand. I mean, to be honest, the Gumbaru's in blue on this island wouldn't spot it if it was a frappe, a mobile phone and a cigarette in the other hand. And if I was wiggling around and put my flip-flops on, they wouldn't have noticed, because, well, they don't notice that kind of thing on this island, shall we say. That Gumbaru has just gone down a one-way street, but we're going to keep going straight. There we are. Now, just over here is where they're putting what we're going to call the bus drive-through area. So that's like well, half a terminal, I suppose. They're going to drop off and pick up in that little area. So Mr. Ronnie was asking this morning, how is the bus terminal coming on? Well, it's coming on nicely, but as he said in Cyprus, cigar, cigar. And I'm not on about smoking a cigar, I'm on about cigar, cigar, which means slowly, slowly, or softly, softly. We don't like to rush too much in Cyprus. We're quite laid back. We like to do a bit of sunbathing, a bit of frappe drinking, a bit of smoking, and not a lot else, to be honest, anyway. And I'm guilty of all of those as well. So we're back to that little roundabout, and this is the little roundabout we're going to go left at, and we're going to go up to the Cato Paphos Mall. Now this road we're on, if you're looking to buy an apartment and a villa or a whole complex, you never know how much money you may have, we don't really know, but if you've got plenty of it, please think about going through to our about page where you can consider buying us a coffee. For me, for her, and for yourself, and anyone else you fancy treating as well. But anyway, if you are looking to buy a property, this could be the street for you, because on this street, not only have you got a couple of bookies for Dave Jono, you've also got plenty of property sellers. So if you're looking for that perfect place to buy in Cyprus, this is the street for you. But don't forget, if you do find that perfect property and you do want to buy it, don't forget to tell them that Marika and me sent you, because they pay a very, very big commission indeed. And you let them know, we get the commission, and I promise you that I'll give you 50% of that commission. So you're going to earn at least €1, that's for sure. Anyway, the area we're in now, there's a bit of catacoming going on the right-hand side, and there's a bit of funniness going over on the left-hand side, and then we're going to go over a strange steel structure, and that structure is known as the Paphos Skywalk. Now, it's not that interesting, but it's definitely worth going to have a wiggle and a waggle on it, because it gives you a totally different perspectives of the views back down to the Cato Paphos harbour area and the blue Mediterranean Sea, but also into uptown Paphos. And I think it's definitely worth the 5 minutes that it will take you to do. Anyway, where are we? This is the Paphos Mall roundabout, and then right in front of us, that silver building, 2-storey in front of us, is in fact the Paphos Kings Avenue Mall. We're going to take a left, and we're now going to head out on the Kings Avenue. So there's lots of shops, lots of restaurants, and lots of hotels and apartment complexes where you can stay. You've got the Roman Hotel on our left hand side, and as you can see, there's shop after shop, bar after bar, restaurant after restaurant. And Miss Andrea, Mr. Mart, if you're in this area and you fancy a bit of McDonald's, guess what? There's a McDonald's coming up just a little bit further yonder on the left hand side. And on that day when you fancy that bit of KFC, guess what? Keep going a little bit further, and again on your left hand side, on your way to the Tomb of the Kings archaeological site, where there's some nice little bits and bobs for you to have a wiggle around in, there's a KFC on the way, or on the way back. Mamma Mia's Italian restaurant over there, and you've got the King's Hotel just over there, and that means you've got the Cephalius Damon Resort just nestling over there to the right hand side. Now, I'm thinking we're going to take a left over here at these traffic lights, and we'll go for a wiggle and a waggle and get you a view that is quite simply to die for. We're going to take you to the Paphos Beach, or as the locals call it, Lighthouse Lighthouse Beach. So don't click off, stick with us, because I promise you in another couple of minutes you are going to get a view to die for, and we're going to go for a dismount. So stick with us. So we're wiggling and waggling now, basically through villas and smaller apartment complexes. There's plenty of places around here for people to check into, if you understand me. And you'll find it's a mixture of expats and locals, and a lot of these people around this area do rent out their properties through the summer, or early summer, full summer and late summer period, that's for sure, because obviously there is huge demand because they are to the rear of the Tomb of the Kings area. They're only a 15-minute walk along the Lighthouse Beach, if you understand me. So let's just go down here and park up. And I'm sure you can see there's a truly spectacular view coming up, and that means we're going to park up and go for a dismount, and I'm going to take you to the water's edge, and it's going to take your breath away. You're going to love it. Stick with us. By God, that sea is looking blue today, that's for sure. Let's get the can of Ishrabu Coca, as they would say in Arabic, and let's go for a little bit of a wiggle and a little bit of a waggle down to the front of the blue Mediterranean Sea. I'm going to take you with us. Here we go. Pretty much all that's left for me to say is thanks for watching, and of course if you do like what you see, hit the like, click subscribe, come back for a little bit more of our madness. So this was a special shout out, to be honest, to Mr. Joe Cox, his beautiful wife Julie, his sister Kath, and of course Mr. Colin. We wish you a spectacular holiday in Paphos, and we hope to meet you very soon. But if we don't, please have a great and a very prosperous and a very happy new year, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks for watching.